Jaja sold the phone to me. In fact, he even collected my old Infinix phone and I added 30,000 naira on top of it for him. That's how I got the phone, sir.
Madam, did you just do your hair?
Yes, you like it?
Yes, it's very fine. I'd even like to show my wife. Please turn back so I can see it.
Oh, all right.
It's very, very nice.
Wow. Jaja!
What took you so long? Huh?
I was washing plates, sir.
You were washing plates. Where is Lauren? Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know where Lauren is up till now. By this time. Wait. Say you didn't read the same Michelle. What's happened?
My son is not a murderer. Not Abubakar. I refuse to believe that he killed a girl and ran away from the country. Impossible. Haba. Not the son I raised.
Baba, I understand how you feel. I really understand the pains you're actually passing through right now. But it was confirmed that Abubakar had been dating the girl. And obviously...
But not that he killed the girl. He is not a killer. I was preparing to write the IGP to begin investigation on this case. I believe my son was kidnapped and now being framed up in this murder. Haba.
But, Baba, why do you say so?
I can feel it in my bones.
Lauren loved Abubakar so much. She wanted them to get married, but Abubakar was reluctant. Abubakar said his father didn't want them to get married because of his tribe and religion.
Madam, are you aware of any previous crime or misunderstanding?
That day, when I saw her that day...
Which day?
It was on the 1st of May, Tuesday, sir.
Okay.
Lauren was very downcast and said she was going to see Abubakar. She later called me that evening by 7 p.m. She said that Abubakar's father said that has gotten a wife for him, that they cannot get married.
Okay.
She was crying bitterly, so I tried to console her and told her to move on. That was the last time I spoke to her, sir.
Okay. Madam, are you the one that received the text message?
Yeah, it was me, sir.
Can I have the message?
Okay, sir.
Keep watching CrimeFighters. Every Sunday, a lot to learn from it. I mean a lot from both the civil angle and my colleague, members of the Nigerian police and other security agencies. With this, I am very sure the war against crime and criminality will really be fought and won decisively.
The police note the name on the account and pay a visit to the issuing bank.
Sir, I just came back from bank now, sir, and I've gotten the statement of account. I want you to have a look, sir.
Okay. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
The police pay a visit to the bank and they verify that the account that the money of the car was paid into was Lieutenant Abubakar's account. They launch a financial inquiry into the Lieutenant Abubakar's bank account and make an interesting discovery.
Okay.
And I think this bank statement needs to be investigated further, sir.
If you can look at it critically, you will see some ATM transaction and all the rest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
There's a need for us to get the CCTV footage.
Yes, of course.
On this ATM.
We just have to do that now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Armed with a letter of approval from the IGP's investigation team, the police proceed to the bank and get the CCTV footage of the persons making withdrawals from the account. From the CCTV footage, the police have a prime suspect. He is positively identified as Jaja, the houseboy of Lieutenant Abubakar. The car dealer also identifies him as Officer Kelvin, who sold the car to him. The big question now is, where is Lieutenant Abubakar? There are many questions to be asked, and there is only one person to answer these questions.
We decided to further follow up on the Navy officer's phone. Interestingly, we discovered that that phone had come up again in Port Harcourt and was being used by another person. We were not sure if it was another person, but a new number had been introduced to that phone. So we went back to Port Harcourt. And fortunately, we were able to apprehend the user of the phone.
Bernard, just tell me, how did you get the phone?
Jaja sold the phone to me. In fact, he even collected my old Infinix phone and I added 30,000 naira on top of it for him. That's how I got the phone, sir.
Okay. Did he tell you anything else?
He also said that his boss killed his girlfriend because of jealousy, sir. Because of jealousy. And he plans to run out of the country as we speak, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
He was one who led us to the person who sold the phone to him. And that happened to be the young man who was working with this naval officer. And immediately we were able to confront the car dealers in Benin with his photograph. They clearly identified him as the same person who came and sold the cars to them. It just happened that when he came, he was dressed in Navy uniform, which we later found out to belong to the naval officer that was being looked for.
recently had an interactive session with the youth, and I keep telling them that in life there is no shortcut. Once you say you want to do a shortcut, then it will be very glaring at the particular time in your life. Every stage in life has an experience to learn, and you shouldn't be on the fast lane. Take one step at a time. I keep telling them, I say, I did not become an AIG or the president of the council 10 years or 5 years after graduation. It is one step at a time, and every stage has its own experience to prepare you for the next level in your life. So youth should learn that it's not just by seeing somebody and then you say, oh, today mommy is riding this car, I must also ride. Mommy took a long time to buy that car. That there's a time for everything. Keep watching Crime Fighters, the police and you.
Jaja is finally arrested by the police and he confesses to the murders of Lieutenant Abubakar and Lauren.
One thing led to another. The suspect was apprehended and taken into custody. So it was in his confession that he opened up and disclosed to us that he was the one who actually killed the Navy officer, killed his girlfriend. But he left the corpse of the girl in the house and took the Navy officer's body to an isolated location in the bush where he burnt it beyond recognition. Then, because he was dressed in the Navy officer's uniform, he was able to drive the car all the way to Benin unchallenged by security operatives. And with that, he also was able to convince the car dealer into believing that he was a genuine owner of the vehicle. So he sold it to them.
Can you tell me how you kill your boss, Abubakar Jaya, and his girlfriend?
Please, sir. I didn't mean to kill him, sir. Okay. He was a nice boss until he brought that devil of a girlfriend. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Good day, sir.
Yeah, well done.
Welcome, madam.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Meet Jaja. Oh. Jaja is the brain behind all this, you know, the neatness and everything.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to meet you, Jaja.
Yeah, Jaja.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you.
This is my girlfriend.
I used to help him with his contract. He was owing me and I wanted to get married. And he don't pay me, sir. That's why I killed him. Please, sir. Please, sir. I swear I won't do it again. Please. It was the devil. It's the devil's handwork. The devil in the form of Lauren.
After Jaja murdered the naval officer and his girlfriend and disposed of his body, he drove the car to Benin and parked it at the airport. He took a flight to Lagos to withdraw some money from the naval officer's account to create the impression that Lieutenant Abubakar was alive and on the run. In Lagos, he bought a new SIM and used it to send message to Joy telling her of the fight and the subsequent death of Lauren, also stating that he was on his way out of the country. Satisfied that he had successfully covered his tracks, Jaja takes a flight to Benin and proceeds to sell the car with fake documents printed at a business center. Jaja leads the police to the site where he burnt the corpse of Lieutenant Abubakar to ashes. The remains are recovered and a verification DNA test is carried out.
So he was able to take us back to the scene where he burnt the body, even though it was completely charred. We were able to recover a few skeletal remains, which we later subjected to DNA analysis, and it turned out positive that that was the body of the Navy officer. In his confession to us, we discovered that it took him a long time to plan this operation. And his major target was to get rid of the officer and maybe steal his money. He got to know that the Navy officer was expecting some large sum of money payment for a job he did. So he went to the market. He was able to convince us that severally he went to the market, sourced for different strong sedatives until he was able to find one that he researched on and discovered that it was strong enough to send a grown man into a deep sleep. He also had time to go to the market and buy a brand new machete, which he used in severing both the man and his, cutting them into bits. He did all of that, and he had time to poison the drink that the officer was going to take. According to him, he confessed that on the day he had prepared to carry out his plan, the Navy officer's girlfriend was at home. So he had an engagement with her, and I think it resulted in an altercation. So he decided to take her out first. So he killed her, then concealed her body in the living room and relaxed as if nothing was happening, and waited for the Navy officer to arrive and go upstairs to his room. The man requested for a drink, so he served him the already poisoned drink. That, according to him, sent the man to a deep sleep, and he took his time to cut off his head. In the course of struggling with either the Navy officer or the girlfriend, he also injured himself. So he took his time, even went to the clinic that was in the quarters and got treatment. According to him, he said he had a domestic accident. So he was treated. He came back and took his time to pack the remains of the Navy officer into a suitcase, drove the Navy officer's car to a position where he was able to load the body into the trunk of the car, and fully dressed up in the officer's uniform, he spent the whole night doing this preparation. And very early hours of the morning, on that particular 3rd May, where he was reported to have disappeared from the house, he drove out through the gate. After leaving town with the officer's vehicle, he used the officer's phone to originate a message to the girlfriend, to a colleague of the slain girlfriend, and reported himself, so to say. And because it came from the officer's phone, the colleague everybody believed that he was the one who did it, because he made the message to look like he was confessing to his crime. He told them that he had a fight with the girl and that she attacked him in self-defense. He attacked her, and sadly she died from the incident, and that he wouldn't be able to stay to face the consequence. Therefore, he is already on his way to Canada, now advising her to go to his house that they will find the body of her friend. That was what everybody was working on. They went back to the house, broke the house, and saw the girl's body there actually. So everybody believed that story, that it was the young man who killed his wife, until the father came up and said no, he needed a deeper investigation to be conducted. And it was a good thing that you know who your child is and be able to say what your child can or cannot do. I think that confidence that the man had in his son was what encouraged him to say no. Otherwise, I'm sure it would have taken a much longer time before it would be discovered that the Navy officer himself was not alive. As against the impression that he had fled the country to Canada.
Jaja is charged with the murder of Lieutenant Abubakar and Lauren.
Members of the public, there is no limit to information, to knowledge. Keep watching the programs of Crime Fighters. A lot of things will learn there, so a lot of information that you need to use and to avoid criminal activities you learn from Crime Fighters. Let it be your program that you create time to watch. So those time you spend watching foreign news, devote that time to watching Crime Fighters. You learn what is domestic, and wherever you are going on the street anywhere, you know how to be more security conscious. With Crime Fighters, you gain a lot and you protect yourself more than you can do. Keep watching Crime Fighters. Police and you, we are partners in crime fighting.
Within a month, the Nigeria Police Intelligence Response Team successfully cracked a murder case that seemed plain and straightforward. A case that initially had appeared as a crime of passion dovetailed into a double murder case carried out by a trusted companion and a servant. In truth, one must always be security conscious. You never can be too careful. As the saying goes, crime does not pay.